What's up, y'all? It's Joe Master Lee here. I have no idea what is it about graphics cards, but whenever a new one comes out, I'm like a crow that sees something shiny and I go, I must have it. And that analogy is pretty fitting considering that this generation of graphics cards is all about the shiny. It's all about ray tracing and reflections and all those really cool effects. So NVIDIA just had its big presentation announcing and showcasing its latest RTX graphics cards. And a big component of that was really showcasing what ray tracing can do. Now, mind you, this tech has gone mainstream now for a couple of years. This is really the second generation of graphics cards that are pushing the envelope here when it comes to GeForce graphics cards. However, the first generation of games that supported this, quite frankly, there weren't that many. I mean, you could probably count it on one hand how many games really took advantage of it. And second, a lot of gamers are complaining how the graphics cards were underpowered and the cost was just exorbitant. Well, it seems like NVIDIA has heard you and they really fixed a lot of that in the second generation. So I actually think that this is an interesting time to upgrade. And like I said, with all new graphics cards, I swear, oh my goodness, the sensation and pull of wanting to upgrade is just so strong, even though I really don't need it. And these days, I'm mostly focused playing on my console more than my PC, mainly due to wrist injury. Now, I won't get into the complexities of trying to explain what ray tracing is all about, mainly because it's even over my head. But the simplest way to describe it is, if you like to see things in a reflection, it's really, really cool. So there's a couple of trailers for games that are coming out that have now implemented RTX. So let's check them out to see how much better they are. And let's see in the showdown which one looks the best. We're talking about Watch Dogs Legion, Cyberpunk 2077, and the new Call of Duty Cold War game. So let's check this out. Ooh, shiny. The puddles, man. This is a great game for ray tracing because of all the neon colors and the lights and the water effects. Just so cool. The glass paneling there. Yeah, look at the floor there. That's sick. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Basically, someone needs to make a game about puddles and neon signs. Hey, you got those two things and it look good. I mean, it looks really, really good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. The thing is that if you're looking at stuff that doesn't have those elements in it, in particular the day shots and just scenery, you're probably not even going to notice this effect. God, honestly, this game has really just grown on me. Since the first trailer, which I was kind of ho-hum about until, now watching the gameplay, it just seems like a crazy sandbox game. Let's check out Call of Duty Cold War here, which has stirred up a lot of controversy because of its subject matter. But it is one of the first games that is going to be supported on next-gen consoles, which actually do have ray tracing built in, but nothing to this degree and this sort of computational power that NVIDIA is introducing here with their latest RTX 30 graphics cards. Well, the issue here so far I see is that there's no puddles. It's also very gray palette. Well, there's some interesting light reflections there. Burger Town. Does that be considered Easter egg or just considered part of the universe at this point? Okay, I mean, if I were to be honest here, one is, this trailer was already freaking amazing. They're using a lot of the same footage that was already shown in previous trailers recently released, and I was already blown away. It looks like it was next-gen stuff. Really, really beautiful. But I'm not seeing anything here that really stands out, and perhaps they're doing it in a more subtle way. I mean, the thing about like this game is that it's trying to root itself into something to feel a little bit more realistic. So you kind of don't want to push it too far with adding that kind of flair, if you will, with ray tracing. So it might just be the way the light is reflecting off of things. Mind you, it's not just reflections. In other words, if you look at something in a mirror, or water puddle that makes this interesting. It is the way that light bounces off of things. Ultimately, what this does is make things just look that much more realistic. Stuff that used to be what they call baked into a scene, meaning that an artist would try to draw that reflection in, but even though that looks cool from a particular angle, if you move the camera around, that effect of how that light kind of moves based off of where the light is and where you are, it's not very strong. So ultimately, ray tracing is doing all this type of stuff in real time. Stuff that if you watch a lot of animated movies, they do really, really well because they're pre-rendering everything so they can capture all that ray tracing in. But games have to do it in real time, and that's very computationally heavy. But yeah, that one, the Call of Duty trailer looks already absolutely amazing. I'm not seeing the effects of ray tracing there very much. Now, the last one here, Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, come on, let's be real. This is going to be absolutely amazing because just like Watch Dogs, it's a world completely immersed in neon lighting everywhere. So, you know, those color lights, they show up really, really well when you add this kind of effect on there. So let's check this out. Beautiful. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, those are reflections there. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh my God. Yeah, the shadows look so much better. That's sick. So sick. All right, so this game already was looking pretty amazing. And mind you, Cyberpunk 2077 was not by default designed for next generation hardware, but these effects are easy to turn on. So in other words, the game will already look absolutely amazing without these latest graphics cards. But with it on, you know, if you're kind of one of those gamers who just feels like you got to have the latest and greatest, I feel like of all these games, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to push the envelope the most. It's going to look the most amazing. It's the kind of thing that you want to invite your friends over and be able to show them and go and check this out. Now, I will say this about the latest shiny tech that I had this really bad habit of wanting to upgrade every single year. I mean, that includes like graphics cards, that includes my cell phone. I'm the kind of person who needs to buy the next generation hardware on the first day that it's released, like all of them. So I've gotten much better about it. I think at this point I upgrade my phone every 3 years or so, and I usually skip a generation or two when it comes to graphics cards as well. Yeah, it's about 2 generations now for me when it comes to graphics cards, so it might be worth upgrading. But hey, I'm still getting all 3 games. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Which one looks cooler if you're planning to upgrade here.